Walter Elias Disney. Born in Missouri, 1901, Walt Disney wasn't promised any form of a successful life. His father, Elias, was a grumpy old man who believed hard work was the only way to succeed in life. Elias was a working man who never could fully support his family of him, his wife, and their 5 children alone. In 1911, the family moved to Kansas City to find work. Walt's aunt introduced him to drawing, where he immediately became obsessed. He would draw on anything he could find, including around the house. Elias was not amused. How could you ever make a career out of something so ridiculous as drawing?
That's called foreshadowing.
However, with the breakout of World War I, in 1918, 16-year-old Walt Disney lied about his age to join the army. Anyway, Walt got really into drawing, and he became a cartoonist after the war. He was pretty alright. Not great, not bad. He ended up starting a company with co-worker Ub Iwerks, a fellow cartoonist and a lot better animator than Walt. They called it Laughograms, creating a film you may have heard of, called Alice's Wonderland. No, not that one. This one. It was actually pretty experimental and got a little bit of attention. Not enough attention, apparently, because Laughograms went bankrupt shortly after. Well, when you don't succeed, you try, or you tried, no, that's not right. With this newborn company, they created a thing that would push them into stardom. A star born into this world out of pen and paper that would affect the world for decades to come. A character known for his animal characteristics, vibrant shorts, big black nose, and funny antics. Ladies and gentlemen, Disney's darling, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Oh. Well, Walt actually got swindled out of that character and a whole bunch of legal stuff, but he ended up making a character very similar. A dude named Mickey Mouse. With the invention of sound on film, Disney produced the first fully synchronized sound cartoon, Steamboat Willie. This little guy was extremely successful. They produced many shorts when in 1934, we step into the golden age of animation when they released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was the first ever animated feature in full color and sound.
Now Scrub couldn't hide. It can't be denied that he looks mighty cute as soon as he tries.
Snow White was extremely lucrative and successful. The studio was renamed the Walt Disney Company, which remains so to this day. The studio made banger after banger: Pinocchio, Bambi, Dumbo, Saludos Amigos, Cinderella, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, to name a few. Oh, wait, 1955. Didn't something else happen in 1955?
Walt Disney's Disneyland.
Have you ever been like, man, I love Mickey Mouse, but I wish he had more holes in his face? Since the late 1940s, with the amount of success and more importantly money he had, Walt Disney went crazy with new ideas. He'd consistently been trying to push technology for entertainment, and he has had this little idea floating in his head to create like a themed area, like a themed park. Opening day Disneyland was a disaster. Water fountains didn't work, it was overcrowded, it was the hottest day of the year, reaching well above 100 degrees. But that's okay. Opening Disneyland had thrilling attractions like the Jungle Cruise, Autotopia, Snow White's Scary Adventures, Kaiser's Hall of Aluminum. Well, Disneyland wasn't exactly what he was envisioning, but the cool thing about it is it could constantly change. Now, after Disneyland, Walt's next big project was to revolutionize the way America lived. If Walt Disney believed one thing about himself, it's that he could bring people together, especially artists. He believed he could create a community of artists to live and work together. This idea eventually morphed into 2 different outcomes. Cal Arts, the first institution specifically focused on art, including animation, and Epcot, the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Making movies, a theme park, and a university were great, but he was thinking bigger. He wanted to build a city without cars. Walt hated cars. He thought they were a nuisance, With a reliance on public transportation with many forms, Walt Disney believed he could build a new way of life, bringing a community into the future, and Florida was just the place to do it. Outside of Orlando, with facade companies, Walt bought up thousands of acres of land. If people knew who was buying the land, the price would jump up, which, in 1965, when the news broke that Disney was the one buying up all the land, the price per acre shot up. Unfortunately, the city was never built because Walt Disney passed on December 15th, 1966 due to lung cancer. Walt Disney was a lifelong smoker who knew it was a bad habit, hiding the fact he smoked from the public at every chance he had. After his passing, his brother Roy took over the Epcot project, but without the guide of Walt, the project was extremely downsized. The Walt Disney World Resort opened on October 1st, 1971. Sadly, his legacy wouldn't be remembered as the man who reevaluated the way we live, but mostly as the colossal entertainment company he started. After his death, many speculated he had tried to cheat death. The man who was consistently thinking about the future must have thought about death too. A theory that he had cryogenically froze his head so that when technology advanced enough he could be brought back to life had been disproven over and over, yet that theory still gets a lot of attention.
I want to leave this room. I want to go up and see my park. Is that a problem?
Also, in years past, many people have accused Walt Disney of being anti-Semitic or even a Nazi. Richard Sherman, son of Jewish immigrants, writer of famous songs for movies like Mary Poppins, The Jungle Book, and even the attraction It's a Small World, said in 2014, "It's absolutely preposterous to call him anti-Semitic, and him and his brothers were treated like sons by Disney." So what makes Walt Disney so impactful to this country and the world? Disney's life was dedicated to the advancement of immersed storytelling, a way to help people come out of their lives and enjoy something other. He revolutionized storytelling, animation, and entertainment as a whole. The way we live, the way we entertain ourselves, the way technology impacts our world, even outside of entertainment, was all affected by him.